Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Dano. If you want to enter the contest to win Grand Theft Auto 6, do these things: like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and that will enter you into the contest to win Grand Theft Auto 6. The contest ends November 10th. That's the day before Grand Theft Auto comes out. Also, it's my birthday. Anyways, peace.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Y'all do not understand. If they do not get enough people to buy out, to accept the offer, they're going to start hitting people with the axe left and right. And trust me, that severance check is not going to be nowhere near $150,000. Hey, what it do, dudes and dudettes? It's your boy Dano, back again with another reaction video. It is glorious indeed, friends. Hey, I appreciate you all coming back out here to join me, your boy Dano, again for another reaction video. Salutes to you all. Without further ado, let's get into these videos. Let's go. Hey, what it do, dudes and dudettes? I appreciate you all coming back out here to join me. You know, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I truly, truly appreciate that. You know, if you can leave a like, if you can share, subscribe, hell, even hype up the video, it really goes a long way and I really appreciate it. So anyways, the topic of this video that we'll be discussing today is, do you think job security still exists?
Oh, hell no!
Because, I mean, from what I'm seeing, you know, we're seeing mass layoffs, we're seeing mass firings, we see people being let go because of social media presence. You know, nowadays, unlike 10, 20, 30 years ago, you didn't have to sign like a social media clause, while a lot of people who are being hired nowadays within the past several years now have to sign these clauses that they won't expose their job on social media, that they won't talk about their job, their supervisor, you know, other employees, or that they won't show themselves working on the job. So a lot has changed ever since we have entered into the social media era. And yeah, people are losing their jobs left and right. So I pose a question to you guys in the comment section. Do y'all think that job security have disappeared?
Give me a hell yeah! What?
Anyways, without further ado, let's check out some videos. Let's go.
Okay, because I know I'm not the only one that feel like this. I feel like job security, bye-bye, because more and more people around me are talking about how their company is basically telling them, get that resume together. Oh shit! And I'm talking about people who are like biomedical scientists, clinical research people that have big jobs. So what am I supposed to think about my little fucking call center ass job that AI is probably about to replace? The medical field, which was seen as such a secure job field, is up in arms and looking around like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Okay, we are cooked.
Yeah, no, I totally feel him 100%. I've been with, I want to say, probably several companies in the past few years. Hell, just in the past year alone, I have been with a few companies. And I totally understand his sentiment where you feel this sense of pending doom, right? You just feel like in a matter of time, your number is going to get pulled. And either you're going to be fired for whatever reason, even the smallest of reasons, or, you know, there's a layoff coming and, you know, they're laying off hundreds, if not thousands of people. Jobs do not feel like how they used to, because when I was younger, when I first started working, when I was a teenager, the only way it seemed like you lost your job is if you fucked it up bad.
Yep.
I mean, like if you like stole or if you did something very severe, then yeah, you will lose your job. But now, you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, people are literally losing their jobs over social media, like literally losing their jobs over social media. And mind you, the videos may not be exposing their job. It may not even be saying anything about their job at all. Yet they're being let go because they have a social media presence. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. So yeah, I totally get what he is saying about like you feel like sooner rather than later, your job is going to go bye-bye, right?
This is why so many people are doing TikTok shop. This is why so many people are trying to do content creation, because it seems like something that we can halfway control, which really is an illusion in itself, because they trying to get rid of this shit too, or change this shit too. So yeah, being thankful for your job is great, but these are jobs that barely pay for your life as it is. So you feel like I'm working to pay bills. So everybody got a side hustle. Everybody. If you don't have a side hustle at all, what are you doing? Because you can't survive off of a normal job in most cases. Some people are, obviously, there are anomalies. There are people that are cool. Great. There's always exceptions to the rule. I don't want to hear well, I'm doing fine. Okay, bitch, we hear you. But I know I'm not the only one. So how many of y'all feel like there's just this looming clock that's ticking? It's like in the back of my mind all day.
Oh, totally get it. Totally get it. Like I said, it just feels like there's that clock that's just ticking down on the day that HR is going to reach out to you, because there's been a few times where I've been at home minding my own business, and next thing I know, I get a phone call from what looks like to be my job's phone number, but it's slightly different. I'm like, okay, who could this be? And then I get that feeling in my stomach like, oh my God, what is my job calling me about? Because this is definitely a number for my job. Next thing I know is HR giving me the bad news. So I totally understand that feeling of that pending doom, especially if you have like a strike against you or 2 strikes against you, and you got 3 strikes and you're out. Yeah, that type of shit. But like he said, it's good to have a hustle, a side hustle nowadays, because if you don't and you get let go, in some cases you're cooked, because in some of these professions, it's very hard to find the next gig. Why? Because a lot of these companies are letting go people left and right. So it's like, how can you not only get that same type of job back that you're good at, but pays just as well as the previous job you got let go from? Because, for example, in my profession, I'm a truck driver. It's relatively easy for truck drivers to find other jobs unless you got fired for like a severe reason, for like getting a huge speeding ticket or, getting in an accident, stuff like that. That's usually a career killer right there. But for truck drivers, it's relatively easy. But the trick is trying to replace that job when it comes to pay, right? You can land a trucking gig to where you're being paid easily. You're taking home easily $2,000, and then the next gig, you're looking at may only pay probably about $1,000 take home, maybe even $800 take home in trucking. So there's that huge discrepancy right there, and you're always trying to match your last job because, hell, we got bills to pay.
Damn right.
So this is why I do think it's a good idea to have a side hustle. And my advice to a lot of people out there who don't have any side hustles, or they feel like they're on the verge of losing their job, if you have a functioning vehicle that's like a 2015 and up, you can do Uber, you can do Lyft. I know it's something that, people don't like to do. I use it whenever I'm in between jobs. It does get me through. It may not be as good of money as I'm used to making, but it's enough to help me and my family until I get into that next job, right? Hell, even if you have an older vehicle, you can still do delivery services. So you still have those out there, right? So there's still hope out there. I just want to let people know, just in case if, they feel like they're about to be let go, get that Uber account ready, get that Lyft account ready, get that, those food delivery service accounts ready, because it's going to take a few days for you to get everything rolling if you are starting off clean with those companies. So anyways.
Jobs are not what they used to be. The average time an employee spends with their company is now at the lowest level ever, and that's by design. We have gone from full-time to part-time to casual to gig work, lowering the expectation of a long-term professional relationship every step of the way. If this didn't do enough, studies have shown that many workplaces are now intentionally promoting the fear of job losses in an attempt to motivate workers and keep costs down. But this is usually a really dumb idea. The death of job security is bad for workers and bad for companies, but nobody cares anymore.
So we have immediately seen, Andrew, layoffs. We have seen price increases, so that's inflation.
Teachers and staff at schools from coast to coast could soon be out of the job.
15 million new jobs in just 3 years, a record.
A bullshit?
after Musk said the company would look to reduce headcount by around 10%.
The layoffs are already piling up this year, and we're just a few weeks into 2024.
Up until the 1980s, it wasn't unusual for workers to spend their entire professional careers working with just one company. Company loyalty was highly valued by both employers and employees, and the threat of getting laid off or fired was incredibly low. If you ever watch old films and see someone getting fired as a major plot point, just remember it actually was a big deal back then.
Third prize is you're fired.
But according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, those days are long gone. The average tenure of young employees these days is less than a third of the baby boomers exiting the workforce. I don't want to sound too old here, but back in my day, people actually cared about losing their job. But today, getting fired or laid off from your company just makes good content to post on TikTok.
Shut your stupid ass up! Say that, folks! What is your dumb ass say it?
This is a bad trend for companies, because it takes away their biggest stick. The fear of getting fired is always going to be a motivator in the workplace. There really is no way around that. If you don't do your job or cause too much trouble for the company, you are going to lose your job, along with the pay and benefits that come with it. But
anyways, that was the end of that video, and I think I can't fully agree with what was being said. Like, he was essentially saying that, I guess, with today's folks, we don't really care too much about being fired. We make content about being fired.
What?
That is bullshit. I think the reason why it seems like people really don't care about being fired and that they're taking the power back from the companies that they work from or work for, I really think what it is that there's nothing that we can do about it. So it's like, okay, well, if we're fired, we're let go of a company, why should we spare anything, right? Let's try to make money out of it.
Exactly.
And I totally get that. Like, it's not like they're intentionally doing it because they're like, oh, who cares about being fired? We don't care about keeping our jobs. Yeah, we do. The average person cares about keeping a job, keeping the benefits that come with that, you know, because when you get fired, you lose all that shit and then you have to start back over. If you've been with a company for 10 years, guess what? It's done. Your life insurance, your health insurance, if you do not pay that out of pocket, guess what? It's gone. It doesn't matter how much money you put into that health insurance policy, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Now, sure, you can move your 401k over and all that, but you know, who wants to lose all that and then start back over again? Nobody does. It's just that you're fired. What can you do about it? 99.9% of the times, the company is not going to be like, you know what? You know, we're gonna keep you. You know, you really like your job. We can tell you really want to keep your job. We don't want you to lose your benefits. We care about your family. So we're just gonna, you know, we're gonna scrap the whole thing and act like it never happened. We're gonna keep you. Doesn't happen, right? So there's nothing you can do about it. You might as well profit off of it. And that's what the younger generation is doing, you know, because we see that there is no job security anymore. My grandfather worked 3 jobs and he retired from 2 of them. Right? He put in 30 years into 2 separate jobs. One for a private company, another one for the city. That shit don't exist anymore. I'm sorry, it does not exist anymore. And like I said, when I was younger, it took a lot to be fired or laid off. And now today, like, I mean, you get fired over stupid shit, man. I know an individual who works for a company that, you know, they help people. I'm just gonna say they help people, right? And one of the people got, I mean, like literally, this person that I know, they had only been at this new job of theirs for probably about 2-3 weeks. And the people who've been there before them for years were just getting cut, hit with the axe left and right, just being fired. You know, and it was the same thing with several companies that I've been with for the past few years. I mean, just letting go people left and right. I think a lot of these companies nowadays, you know, they don't see humans for being humans. They want humans to be like robots, like AI, which is why a lot of these companies are laying off people in droves for AI, right? If you can't perform like AI, they're going to replace you with AI. That's essentially how these companies see it. And then some of these companies, their turnover rate is so high that they just don't care. They're like, oh yeah, you know, we fired Bobby, we're going to hire Jim tomorrow. right? And they'll get Jim into that door as soon as possible. And then he's probably 3 weeks out of training. They end up firing his ass, and then they got, Bill coming in after him. You see what I'm saying? That's how a lot of these companies operate nowadays. And it's sad because, like I said, our grandparents could retire from 2 to 3 jobs back in the day, stay with those particular jobs for 20, 30 years. Hell, we can't even get 5 years under our belt. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
The buyout does not mean that UPS is firing people. They are not firing us. It is a voluntary leave. So if you take the buyout, you are voluntarily choosing to take the buyout. There are 3 different waves of the buyout at this time. So the first one I think was in like January or something. The second one is at the end of this month, and then the third one is in September. So if you take the buyout, then you leave on one of these days, pretty much based off of the date that you start, so your seniority date within the company. And there's quite a few people who took it, and there's quite a few people who didn't. So I definitely didn't, because I still have a long time before I go anywhere. I can't retire. I'm 34. I wish I could. That would be wonderful, but no, not doing that. And I like my job too much. So yeah, I won't be leaving. I'm gonna be here for quite a while because I'm freakishly good at this job.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
And I really, really love it. So I don't plan on going anywhere. But if you have any more questions about the buyout, I will try to answer them. I'm also not, I don't hold all of the information because I'm just not that kind of person. It's not going to happen. So anyway, bye.
This bitch is crazy.
Is it just me, or do you feel like she was selling herself at the end to UPS? Like, hey, keep me. I'm freakishly good at my job.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
Look, UPS don't give a damn. These corporations, they don't give a damn how good you are at your job, because all it takes is just one mishap. How do I know? I'm a professional driver myself. She's a professional driver. Trust me. One crucial mishap. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job, how long you've been there, how many sacrifices you made on the behalf of that company. They will cut your ass loose. And it's so funny because she's talking like she has longevity there. You don't know. Like UPS right now, they're offering $150,000 after taxes. You're probably gonna run away with probably anywhere between 100 to 120 grand. Oh shit! Oh shit! And you're up here talking about you don't have nowhere to go anytime soon. What the lady? And I've seen many of these UPS videos of drivers like debating on whether or not they want to take it. I understand that there are some people who have been there for 20, 30 years. And, it's like, okay, it makes sense to, to hang it up, right? But then you have people who've been there for like 5 to 10 years and they're being offered the $150,000. And they're like, well, I haven't been here long enough. But it's like, why not try? Because the worst they can say is no, right? That's the worst they can say is no. But that doesn't mean it's the worst that can happen. So my thing is this, like, if you're being offered $150,000, I know you may like your job, and that's good. That's a beautiful thing that in today's time, people actually love their jobs. But this is the thing. No. Though you want to be there and though you're freakishly good at your job, does not mean that you'll be saved from being hit with that axe, right?
You're fired!
She better hope. Man, I really wish that, people like her would just be like, hey, I'm just going to take this money and run, because there are other drive-in jobs out there that she can get, especially if she has like a class B or a class A. There's other jobs she can get out there. Take the money, run. And this is my message, especially to CDL holders that work at UPS. If you can get the money, take it, run. Fucking run for the hills. Don't look back. Because another thing too, even if you don't have a license, you can take that money, start your own business.
My nigga.
Start your own business. Go and buy you a freaking box truck for like 20 grand. Go and get you, a dispatcher, a broker. and go out there and make your own damn money for yourself. Start working for yourself. But you have people who are fucking afraid of wanting to do that. It doesn't make any sense. I wish I had this opportunity, you know, because I see videos where people are saying like they want to stay, and it's like, y'all do not understand. If they do not get enough people to buy out, to accept the offer, they're going to start hitting people with the axe left and right. And trust me, that severance check is not going to be nowhere near $150,000. So if I were y'all who work at UPS, you better hit it, because like I said, job security ain't what it used to be. And when that hammer hits, it's down. It's not up, it's down. So my advice to y'all is take that $150,000 and run, because like I said, job security does not exist anymore. It does not. You can sit there and want to stay there as long as you want, but trust me, if enough people don't take it, they're doing mass layoffs. It may not even make it around 3. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. Again, I'm your host, Dano. If you like this video, like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You guys and gals go ahead and have a glorious day, and I'm out. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect.